It's so cold. Let's take all of my clothes off. This is a series where I tell you a story, its subsequent theories and explanations, and I'm gonna let you make up your mind. In Siberia, Russia, occurred a puzzling mystery that still has the world in its grip and speculation running wildly. The Dyatlov Pass Incident. Seven men and 2 women, students wanting a break from their graduate studies, all fit, hardy and experienced hikers, went out for what was supposed to be a short and invigorating trek into the bleak wilderness of the Ural mountains. So when after a month they hadn't returned, the search parties were sent out. When they finally came upon the remains of a tent on the uppermost slope of the Kohalat Siakal mountain of death, curiosity turned into mystery, and in the grueling temperatures of -24 degrees, mystery became horror as they saw that the tightly buttoned down tent had been slashed open with a knife. I'm telling you, if you want to live, you don't go up, in or under anything that is called death. Trust me, you don't. The first frostbitten and frozen stiff bodies were found next to a long burned out fire about 1.6 kilometers or 1 mile away from the tent. The corpse of leader Igor Dyatlov, whose name would be given to the area later, was found 320 meters or 150 yards from the remains of the fire. The body of Zina Kolomogorova was found next under 10 centimeters or 4 inches of snow, and then Rustam Slobodin's corpse was found. They were found 183 meters or 200 yards apart, as if they had been trying to crawl back to the shelter. They were in hot pursuit in -24 degrees Celsius. It took another 2 months before the rest of the group was found in a hollowed out den under 4.5 meters or 15 feet of snow. Some of the bodies had severe internal injuries and broken bones, yet no external wounds could be found, except for Lyudmila Dubinina, who was missing her tongue and her eyes. Stranger still was the fact that their clothing contained higher than normal radiation, and why were some fully clothed and others completely naked? That must have been some orgy! In this intriguing mystery, there is only one certainty. The 10th man of the expedition, 21-year-old Yuri Yudin's unbelievable luck. He was supposed to go on the expedition, only he came down with a severe case of lumbago and reluctantly dropped out 3 days before his friends went up a mountain and encountered whatever horror that killed them. Well, hooray for backaches! An official investigation was done by officials from the Russian government. The investigator Lev Ivanov could find no answers and said in his report that deaths were caused by an unknown elemental force which they were unable to overcome. A myriad of theories have been put forward since then. Another case of, I don't know anything, but I just want to meddle anyway. The coroner's report states that the tent was ripped open from the inside and the campers left of their own regard? Were they spooked by something, running from the campsite and later unable to find the campsite again, then succumbed to the hypothermia? The nakedness can be explained away, as in the later stages of hypothermia you actually feel hot and want to take off your clothes. But what about the internal injuries? Sunbathing in the snow at least is better than diving in icy water. Or is it? What if they got drunk and started fighting over advances made to the alluring Zina Kolmogorova? Okay, but why did they flee the campsite en masse? And the happy smiling faces on their cameras doesn't suggest any problems anyway. In a similar theory, it is stated they melted down and drank contaminated snow, ultimately resulting in disorientation and hallucinations. In all that craziness, they did manage to start a fire from wet wood, use their dead friends' clothes to get warm, and try to return to camp though. It was space cake, dude! They were abducted and killed by either Mansi natives or thugs after a mass escape of criminals. However, no tracks other than those of the expedition were ever found, and according to the coroner's report, the injuries were too extensive to have been made by humans. We are all weaklings as humans! An avalanche was suggested as well, but the tent was not covered by snow. However, a weather phenomena known as a Kármán vortex street could have done it. High winds hitting the domed mountain could cause small tornadoes spinning off the sides, causing deafening roars as well as disorienting infrasound, after which they fled and died in the elements. As it was the height of the Cold War, could it be that the expedition unfortunately wandered into a Soviet military weapons test? Maybe they were testing ultrasonic weapons that could explain the fleeing and the internal injuries, but not the missing eyes and tongue though. Maybe they wanted to stop her from nagging? The powerful but elusive Yeti, the Russian snow version of Bigfoot, might have stalked the unlucky students, chasing them out of their tents and crushing them to death. Still, no footprints other than those of the students found though. In the Urals, century-old horror legend of a fearsome Zolotaya Baba, the Golden Lady, is told. It is allegedly a golden idol deity whose roaring voice can be deadly. Has this legend got anything to do with the demise of the Dyatlov expedition? So she shouted them to death? Of course, a mystery like this isn't going to sit there without someone suggesting the culprits were aliens. How do they come into this conclusion? Well, first of all, the unexplained higher than normal radiation in their clothes may have been from a UFO. Moreover, many claim to have seen unexplainable strange lights and bright orbs hovering in the night sky at the time. And last but not least, one of the photos on a film found in a camera in the tent appears to show a bright flash against the night sky. We come in peace, shoot to kill, we come in peace. Whoa, this is by all means a complicated one, with both reasonable and strange theories. Whatever you might think, it is important because you decide. Did you like the video? Click the like button. Leave comments or start a discussion in the comment box. If you want to see more, you can subscribe to my channel. I have a vlog channel, so if you want to get bored, why don't you check it out? And you can follow me on social media. All links in the description. See you next time!